Hi, JJ here again from 22 Explosive Hits. Thought I would split these videos up and make them a little shorter. The first video I have out there, if you haven't seen it yet, that one I go through the vocals, the ones with words and lyrics of my favorite soundtracks that I have. Now I'm going to do the orchestral ones or the scores. A couple of these do have vocals on the soundtrack, but that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the instrumentals and how they fit into the film, and I think you'll get what I'm talking about. So the first one I picked is Rainman. This one is actually done. The motion picture soundtrack is by Hans Zimmer, and this is mainly there's two cuts on here that I want to focus on that I think make the list for me right away. Is the Leaving Walbrook on the Road and Las Vegas in the end credits. The music they played when they were doing the Vegas montage in the film was amazing, and also a lot of it added something so much to the road travel and everything. It wasn't an atypical like Christmas Vacation or where they played rock and roll. They played a whole bunch of different tunes, and that kind of brought you into Dustin Hoffman's character and into his mind and everything else. So it really was a fun orchestral soundtrack on here. They only have those two cuts. I wish they would make a more full one with everything, but that's all they have on here. But this also has like Aiko and other vocals, but I'm not focused on that in this video. Next one I have is by John Williams. This is the Superman soundtrack. People are like, hey, that doesn't look like the Superman soundtrack. Well, this is a new Mondo release that came out. They remastered it, put new graphics on it. It's the same soundtrack of the other one, Superman the movie, but this is just a remastered cut version of it. They So it still has all I love the main title to Superman. I mean, I can just watch the opening credits of Superman now. If I can just watch opening credits with just words, because it so pumps you up and gets you making you think. Richard Donner commented on that John Williams really created Superman, and he even said like he could almost hear the tune Superman in the orchestral soundtrack, and he's right. And it's got this really cryptic sound when it plays like the stuff at Krypton. Or anything with him like with the crystal or in there, and then when he's rescuing people. The only thing that I see is the vocal with Margaret Kidder. I think is a little cheesy. I will give anybody that. I will admit I sometimes go right past that one, but all the other stuff that John Williams put on the soundtrack I think is amazing, and I wish they would have just left that Margaret Kidder thing off of there about If I Could Fly or wherever that is. But for the most part, this is a really good soundtrack. Lex Luthor's theme is really good. So again, this is the new Mondo release. I just got this one in. Came in like 2 days ago. It was just released. I'm not sure if there's any left because Mondo does these releases of limited and then they sell out. So this is what I have right here. The other one. Here's the other one, the original Superman as well that I have. This is my other one. It's got a lot of ring wear on it, pretty killed. But this had a picture of him actually flying on it. And this one has really cool inner sleeves with lots of photos as well. So that's really cool. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep both of these or what I'm going to do because both have the same music on it. And the other one, obviously, the newer one sounds better. I think they remastered it, but I still maybe like all the inserts. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or what. But it's a really good soundtrack. The next one I have is Back to the Future. Again, concentrating on the orchestral, not the vocals. The theme to Back to the Future, I love it. Dun 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 dun. I mean, it's just amazing. This one has, it has Power of Love, Johnny Be Good, and all that on here as well. But the Back to the Future theme is on here as well. The Back to the Future overture is on here, and that's what I'm actually focused on, and that's what's amazing. The next one for soundtrack, this theme is just unreal. Terminator 2, this is the remastered version that came out for T2, and this has all the cuts on here, and then the sound that they made really sound like robotic and futuristic, and just love Brad Fiddel's soundtrack on this one. I think it's really good, really deep, and it really fits the film very well. And my number one of all time that I like for soundtrack is the To Live and Die in LA soundtrack by Wang Chung. And most of you are probably like, Wang Chung, can't be, JJ. What the heck's up with Wang Chung? Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody let Wang Chung tonight. Okay, yeah, they had those hits, but if you listen to the soundtrack and how they put it together for "To Live and Die in L.A.," it's amazing. They have their songs on here, the vocals, but what I want to focus more on is like "City of Angels," "The Red Stair," "Black, Blue, and White," in every city. The action scenes and everything, and the orchestral movements just fit it perfectly in my mind. And this soundtrack always just stuck out to me. I had on vinyl originally. I finally got it back into the collection after I sold everything for CDs back in the day. So I'm excited to have this one in my collection. So there's my orchestral soundtracks. If you have a top 5 of those, please leave them in the comments below. And I want to remind the vinyl community, let's bring each other up rather than bring each other down. Have a great day.